I like it. Anyway, we lost Bobby for a little bit here, just when we were going to let him talk about Pritchard. It's like I pulled his plug because I didn't want him to do
about the bracket talk. I'll come back when you guys are ready to talk about PP.
I went into the back and I pulled the plug on Bobby because I didn't want him to take his Pritchard victory lap.
Let's do it. I thought we covered it for a good 5-6 minutes. No,
let's do it without him. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm going to go to my point that I mentioned earlier in the season, which was like when this conversation first started with Bobby, right? When Bobby was saying, "Well, how about Pritchard getting in there, or how could someone like Schroeder be interrupting the development of Pritchard?" And I said, like, Bobby, I don't think when it comes to this team, the point of his development is at that point where if he's not knocking down threes for you, you're not going to turn to him because you have other playmakers that can do that for you. Even the point still stands with someone like Derek White in the sense of getting guys the ball and running the offense. Like, I just don't think Pritchard is quite there yet. But when he's knocking down 3-pointers, yeah, this is the Pritchard that's going to make him. This is what's going to keep him on the floor. This is exactly what the Celtics need. They've always needed this.
He's still a specialist.
Right, he's still a specialist, but that's the difference. That's the key. I think that's two conversations maybe we need to have with Bobby and differentiating the fact of someone who's a full cut, a point guard that you can rely on off the bench for consecutive minutes, or is he that guy? If he's hot, keep him in there. You know what I mean? If he's 1 for 5 for 3-point, you're gonna see his minutes go down. If he's failing it, then give him the green light. But for Bobby to fit him into that square of him being a full floor general out there that could develop into one, maybe I just don't see that this year.
Right.
I think you have other guys. You have other guys that can do that already at a better level.
Yeah. I like Derek White with the ball in his hands and Pritchard playing off the ball. I think that takes advantage of what each of their strengths is, because Derek White gives you a big, physical, defensive guard who can play make, and Pritchard, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, is going to get open and knock down shots.
Make some threes.
It plays to each of your strengths, and that's what you want. You want to put guys in positions where they can do what they do well, and Pritchard as your primary ball handler, I think that takes away from what I think makes him a special addition to this team, which is a shot making.
It was a hard fit before because just from a size perspective, you're playing him in that second unit with Schroeder, and it was harder to hide him. So it was difficult to do that. Derek White being a bigger guard, you're seeing that Pritchard-White combo quite a bit because, yes, he is able to play off the ball, or a lot of times that's a unit that you see him out there with Tatum and Grant, and Tatum's handling the ball, and you've got a lot more space out there, and Grant and Pritchard are out there able to kind of extend things, and it's worked. So the combos worked. In terms of whether or not like he can be the second unit floor general leading the team playing 25 minutes a game, I'm still dubious, but like take this is what he's supposed to do. Last year he showed he can shoot and he's not afraid to take the shots, and they desperately need that from people. So if he's able to come out there and do what he's done these games, which is like bang, 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 just knock down his open shots, and he's able to get those open looks because he doesn't have to create for himself, freaking great. Like that's the ideal scenario, to be out there in a situation where you can play off the ball and just have it swing to you and knock and be able to take your shots. And that's perfect for him. Perfect. So right now he's in an ideal role, and he's making the most of it, which is great.
I just don't see that expanding this season. And again, if he's cold, I don't think you're going to see him out there as much, and I think he's going to start to show when the Celtics defense sort of, you're going to see the hole in the Celtics defense, and it's going to be him. I think when he's not feeling it, if he's not getting those easy looks in transition or those open threes, it's going to be hard for him to find minutes on a consistent basis.
And it didn't matter who it was that we were begging for, like Nesmith minutes. Basically it was like, please insert blank player who can hit an open three. It didn't matter.
Pretty much.
But now, because these lineups allow Pritchard to do it more than before.
But John, that's the reason why these guys are getting, the guys at the end of the bench getting these 10 days that turn into contracts for the year, because they all can shoot. The Celtics are that desperate for that sort of player that they sort of have a couple on reserves on ice just in case. Like that's how bad it can get from behind the arc. And that's why when the Celtics are shooting like what we saw tonight against the Nuggets, they're damn near unbeatable. Like, it's incredible when they're able to connect like that because of the strength of their defense.
Bobby, we'll let you close with your Pritchard take. We all had ours.
I just go back to the fit, his pace, his passing, his shooting especially was always going to be a better fit alongside everybody involved than Schroeder's was. And they really unlocked something there by flipping those two guys' minutes, I think. Pritchard hasn't been the key. I think that's what people have been getting mistaken on Twitter when they've responded to a lot of the stuff I've talked about over the last day or two here. Like, he hasn't been the X factor in this turnaround, but he's another guy that really contributes to all this Ime stuff we talk about here. And they badly need a shooter. He's 40% for his career now from deep, 40% this season as well. Once he found that rhythm, he played a lot when Schroeder was out with COVID, and he did these things. He just needed this minutes, this role, and in some way, I think we all like the Schroeder trade looking back on it, but it might have been better to just go with Pritchard from the start.
Well, that's the reason I don't believe. So this is where we disagree. None of us think Pritchard could have run the second unit offense. What we think Pritchard's done is being able to play now because White is a larger guard. He's gone again. Bobby, I pulled the plug on him again. He just wanted to walk off.
You pissed him off, man. That's not what you
wanted. The walk-off win. Bobby.
No, go ahead, man. Continue your point. It's okay.
No. We said it. We're just saying it for his benefit. Because again, I don't think it was a switch. I don't think it was a straight switch putting just Pritchard in that would have unlocked it before. Because again, I don't think him running that second unit offense would have freed him up to do the things that he's doing right now.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I think it was those DMPs and those playing in garbage time that sort of did it, right? It was like him trying to find his niche, and I just think it just clicked. Honestly, just him getting those open looks and finding his place in the offense.
Yeah,
making the most of those.
Bobby didn't want to hear it. Bobby just wanted to say Pritchard was awesome, and then
he wanted to say his shit and get out. Yeah, walk off. He's like, "Was this a walk off? It's a walk off, right?" I thought I had the last say, John. Didn't you just say that?
He gets the last say. He gets the last say.
He didn't like your retort. But no, in all seriousness, though, I feel like not playing is what helped this. And then soon as Schroeder was traded, it was like his eyes grew. It was like, okay, here we go. This is my opportunity here. But before they go and sign a 10-day contract guy, or bring in one of these guys who got waived from a team and to bring in some point guard help, I need to step up. And that's exactly what Pritchard did. So I'll give him props for that, for knocking down those shots, making the most of those minutes.
He read the room and saw that they don't have any other guards in here but me.
Yep.
Wait,
that may not be the case.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, that may not be the case for me if I don't go and ball out. And that's what he's done. He's made it so that they can't just say, maybe we need to see. You don't want them to think about that. You don't want them to think about adding someone at that position if you're already in the building. Pritchard, I give him lots of props. He is absolutely handling his business. Which, ironically, I say that, and Bobby just reappears. Damn,
Bobby, we'll talk about it offline. We've told the group what we think twice now, so we're just not going to do it again.
Well, I got it out there, but just he's better than you think, John. He's gonna be really good.
That's the most Bobby response right there. It's okay because I got it out there. So I got
put it this way.
No, we wanted
I believe Pritchard is still. I believe Pritchard. On a good team, I believe Pritchard on a good team is more like your 9 or 10 guy. I don't believe he's like your starting second unit point guard. I believe he has value for the thing that he does. I believe that he's a specialist. I believe what we said before, his opportunity came when Schroeder left, not because Schroeder was gone, but because he was able to play alongside larger guards and you could hide him there. I don't think you could have a lot of Pritchard-Schroeder lineups, so his minutes suffered. Yeah. So Schroeder ate into them, but able to play off the ball where he's a shooter and he catches it and gets open looks. That's what he does. If he can do that, great. Yeah. And he can handle it and he can pass it too, but you don't want him as your primary lead that second unit offense point guard, because then I think he's not able to create his own shot. He's just not going to get those looks if that's who he is. Right. So
John called him Shane Larkin, Bobby. What do you think about that?
No, I didn't. Someone else in the chat did.
He's so much better. You're talking about a guy. I mean, the most valuable skill set.
You would have believed it, John. Come on.
The most valuable skill set, not only on this in the league, but on this team, especially where they really struggle to shoot, is the shooting, the spot up, catch and shoot shooting.
Yes, and that's what he does.
And that's what he does at an elite level.
That's how Grant got his spot in here, and that's how Pritchard got his spot in here. They would have, and we said it before, if it was Nesmith knocking down those shots, he'd be playing those minutes, but he didn't. So Pritchard is and will continue to play them because they need it, and they need shot making, and he's making shots. It's that
That
easy.
was my take in January, that if you get rid of Schroeder, even if you get nothing back from him, and they did entice, which was nice, the addition of Pritchard to the rotation would be such a refreshing add with the shooting and the pace and all
know,
the
but
things he brings.
he's been fine, and like he's been better
Like his
than
numbers
fine,
aren't better than
but
Schroeder's, John, but he's playing better than Schroeder was.
it's just it's within what is needed right now. I do think if you were counting on him 25, to 30 minutes a night like Schroeder was playing, that would be problematic. So luckily you don't have to do that, but again, just to be realistic, the bench is an area where we've seen entire nights that they're not getting anything out of them. And so I'm not ready to check that box into strength yet, but any night that you're seeing when the shots are going down and they're playing the appropriate amount of minutes and they're not getting eaten up and they're not giving up leads during those stretches and they're able to kind of hold the line is a win for this group because the starting unit has been so dominant. You need to be able to play those guys in there and just maintain for a little bit. And when you have nights like this where you're stretching leads, or like the other night where that Pritchard unit really kind of helped blow it open, that's gravy. So take it when you can get it. I'm not sold all the way that like they've locked up. They feel really, really good about the guys coming off the bench right now. I still think it's a little bit worrisome heading into the playoffs, but right now we'll take it.
I think there's a real case for an apology cam here, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I think all of us still think the thing that you said about Pritchard needing all those minutes. I don't think any of us agree with that yet. I just don't think he's that guy. I still think he's the 9th or 10th guy.
He hasn't gone all Jeremy Lin yet. Okay.
Yeah, he's not right. I mean, he's hit a few shots. It's nice, but like we're not all the way there yet. He's got to blow the roof off of it in order to get into apology cam.
All right.
Yeah. He's got to stack a few. He's got to stack a few.
I don't think even if that happens, it's coming, but we'll see.
It's
but
possible.
He's going in a great direction right now.
We do not do apology. Did Kemba Walker teach us nothing about the apology cam? Okay. You guys begged for it after every 20-point game. I'm like, guys, the guy
you're right about that one.
The guy is done, okay?
Yeah. Like he used to do this in his sleep, guys. You don't understand. And then he gave you like an 8-point dud the next night.
We don't do small sample size apology cams, guys. It's not what we're in the business of. Okay.
Here's my thing, though, around here. And this is what was so shocking to me about the fact.
But he's been phenomenal for 4 games. Okay.
Well, he wasn't playing at all to start the year.
I know.
And I know
the nose
it was a tight rotation.
Real. The nose thing was real.
I know, but last year he played a lot and he played really good and he did it right away. I mean, it wasn't a fluke, and he did it in the summer, and now he's doing it now. And when they give him the minutes during the COVID portion, like when he plays good. It's been a constant for his career, and now he's a 40% career 3-point shooter, and you're just not going to play him. I was shocked at that, and I guess that is the one area where you could look back and second guess Ime for how he approached this player in particular. And he says he never had any doubt about him. I think it's just Ime's thing, running a tight rotation and not mixing and matching too much. And that, I guess, to his credit, did kind of disrupt them when guys were moving in and out of the lineup earlier this year. Like, he wants that stability. Right. He wants the consistency in roles.
White's going to go 3 for 4 from 3 next game, and everyone's going to demand an apology cam. This is how we roll here.